Hello Agirim. In this video I'll be giving you feedback to last week's summary. So let's begin. You mentioned the speaker, the title of the video, very good. And here, reports about the main point of being a successful entrepreneur. Here you want to state this a little bit more argumentatively. So you want to say something like argues that or claims that. What does it claim? There are some important rules to follow if you want to become a successful entrepreneur or something like that, right? So we always remember we try to make the first sentence argumentative. Okay, the first point is to manage your time by making flexible schedules and leave some free time, sure. The second tip, okay, so yeah, fine. You could do it like that, first, second, third, why not? Another point, this is how you've decided to connect it, no problem. You've used cohesive devices, linking phrases, so it's very clear what's going on. Okay, fine. That's a good way to do it. It's not the only way, but you've chosen a good way to do it. The second tip is to know more spheres. I'm not sure what does that mean. To know more spheres, to find your passion, to develop it in the near future. Yeah, I kind of understand he was talking about finding a passion, but what do you mean by to know more spheres? So here, maybe you want to clarify this a little bit. Right? Another point, okay, good use of cohesive device is to be resourceful, which means here these are two verbs. So you probably just want to say which means, right? To able to, here I'm not sure. To be able to, right? You're missing the verb to be. To be able to do something with your own mind when a young entrepreneur starts a business. He or she, only one person. Okay, he or she, only one person. Yeah, this is rather unclear. Up to here, that's fine. Which means to be able to do something with your own mind. Because when a young person starts a business, he or she. Okay. You mean he or she is the only person? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay, so resourcefulness, even when you're the only person setting up a company, is another very important skill that an entrepreneur should have. You know, I could say something like that. I get the sentence, it's just, I think you need to rephrase it, make it sound a little bit more academic, right? But the point is well taken. He did say he started out as the only person in the company. Okay. This connects another idea, to start with small business because it's less costly. Here you're missing something. A verb is missing here, right? It is less costly. Or some other verb, I don't know. It may be less costly or it is less costly. Easier to manage, and you can see what needs to be improved. Sure, a small business is easier to manage. Okay, very good. Okay. Moreover, here we usually use a comma after we put the punctuation, right? After a linking word or phrase, we put a comma. Moreover, comma. One of the important things is to have a dream and choose hard work. Sure. Now here, up to here it's fine, but and choose hard work, I understand what you're saying, because he did say that. Instead of expecting everything to come to you as a gift, you should choose the hard way. You should try to earn your success through hard work, right? So that's a good point. But when you say one of the important things is to have a dream and choose hard work, those two things just don't seem to connect. So probably the best way to do that is to expand this phrase a little bit, right? and earn everything and achieve success through hard work, something like that. Okay, so just expand this phrase a little bit. Hardworking makes your dreams come true, and by that you realize that it is not a gift. Okay, here there is some punctuation missing. It is not a gift. Here between gift and it there should be something, either a semicolon or a full stop, but like that you can't do it, right? So maybe semicolon would be a good idea here, or a full stop. It is a thing that you can be proud of, sure. Okay, so now I begin to understand. You actually did expand on this with a whole sentence. What I would recommend in this case, instead of repeating this and choose hard work and then go on and repeat that, you could just maybe combine everything into one focused sentence, and in that way you will avoid repetition. So for instance, one of the important things is to have a dream, full stop. Additionally, in order to achieve your dreams, in order to make your dreams come true, you should not expect to accept success as a gift, but you should strive to work hard for it, something like that, you see. So there's no repetition. Another useful tip that he gives, you do not argue a tip, you give a tip, right? Another useful tip that Jeff Bezos gives or shares or gives, you share a tip, you don't argue a tip, right? Is not to look at competitors. Okay, sure. It is focusing on again this, just like here very similar to that. You need something to connect these two clauses. You don't look at competitors, maybe semicolon or something. Or you could use coordination or subordination. There should be something to connect these things, because right now it is a run-on sentence, what we call a run-on sentence, just like the previous one. So you need something to connect it, either punctuation or maybe coordination or subordination, something. To conclude, the speaker claims that to be an entrepreneur is not hard. Okay. You've tried to conclude, that's fine, but I don't know if that's really the conclusion. I mean, maybe you can try and circle back to the first idea, which is, in order to become a successful entrepreneur, you need to follow certain rules or certain and the rules, some of them are about time management. He did mention quite a few things. Following your passion, following your dream, earning it the hard way, as you've mentioned here. So you could basically write a conclusion along these lines also, right? Which summarizes the whole paragraph. Because remember, if you go to the rubric, you will see that the conclusion has to capture the whole video, you see. So the conclusion should not be simply be the last thing that he said. The conclusion should capture the whole message, the whole lecture, right? The whole video. But overall, given how descriptive this video is, I think you've done a good job here. This was not very easy to summarize. It wasn't very summarizable because it's just a number of clips basically spliced together. Your language is more or less clear. You do need to work on sentence structure though. But I can understand your style is more or less clear. I can see what's going on. You're using good cohesive devices. Another useful tip. The first point, the second tip. Moreover, you use reporting verbs. You know, he argues. Although here you wouldn't use argue, but you've made an effort. That's good. So overall, yeah, I would work on the clarity, a little bit on the sentence structure, and make sure the first sentence is argumentative and the concluding sentence summarizes the whole video. Okay? Good luck in the exam. From now on, I will be giving you feedback to your evidence paragraphs. This was the last time I'm giving feedback to a summary because we've done a lot of feedback on that. So now we focused all of our attention on the evidence paragraph. Okay, good luck.